Hi, so last video we talked about where we can find open D on the staff and where the notes that are on the D string are written on the staff as well. For this video, we're going to be talking about A string notes, where beginning A starts, and where the notes that are on A string are written on the staff as well. To start, a little review. In our musical alphabet, we have 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and it starts back over on A and just continues in that cycle over and over again. So just continuing on in this cycle over and over again. Alrighty, to start, we are going to start with a 2-line staff, and then as the video continues, we'll move on to writing in the rest of the lines of the staff and making a 5-line staff. If you are a viola player and you are writing along and following with me, I suggest writing and starting this with a pencil so that you can erase a little bit as we go on to the 5-line staff in order to make it look more like the staff you would see in your music. To start, our very first note, our opening note, which is A, is going to be written in a space. So our first note will be found right here, open A string. So I put a 0 and then I put the letter A, showing that we don't put any fingers down. So we have space. Now we're going to go up to the next line. And I'm going to put the number 1 and the letter B, showing that we're now going up into the next letter of the musical alphabet, up to the letter B. So this means we're going to put our first finger down, which is our pointer finger, onto the A string on the first tape, and the first tape is the tape closest to the scroll. So now we've gone space, line, and now we're going to go to the next space. And I'm going to say that we are in D major, and D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So our next note is going to be C sharp. So now we've gone space, line, space for the note C sharp. So A, B, up to C. And we're going to put 2 fingers down. So our first finger, which is our pointer finger, is going to be on the first tape, and our second finger, which is our middle finger, is going to be on the on the second tape right there. So yes, first tape and then second tape, and this is going to be for the note C sharp on the A string. And then our last note on the A string is going to be the note D, and that is going to be on the line. And for that one, you're going to put 3 fingers down on the A string to play the note D. So here we are, 3 fingers down. So we have first finger, middle finger, and ring finger down. First, second, and third. First finger on the first tape, second finger on the second tape, and third finger on the third tape of your A string. Okay, and here we go. Now I'm going to add in the rest of the lines and our clef that we read in. Okay, so now I've written in the rest of our staff. We have 5 lines and four spaces for our staff. And this is what it will look like. This is where we had our 2-line staff with the note A. And we're going to have to use ledger lines, which, let me explain ledger lines really quickly. Ledger lines either extend the staff above or below the usual 5 lines and 4 spaces that we see. And if you have your eraser nearby, this is where we're going to need to use our eraser. So go ahead and erase the 2 lines that are above the note A. So we're going to erase these and make these into ledger lines now, okay? Now for the note B, we only need to have 1 line going through the center of the note B. So you can erase this top part of the line and then put a space right here. So this is how B would look on the A string on your staff. Then we can go ahead and erase the line that is above the note C sharp. And C sharp is going to rest right above the ledger line. So it's going to technically fall into a space. So we're still continuing that pattern of space, line, space, and then it's going to go up to the next space. And D, we can keep it just like this, where it has 1 ledger line below it and then a ledger line going through the note for the note D on the A string. I also went ahead and wrote in where D, open D string, is found on the staff, just so we can see that comparison. That open D string falls in a space. It falls in the 1, 2, 3, the 3rd space of the staff, while D on the A string falls on the 2nd ledger line going above the staff. So it's found on the 2nd ledger line above the staff right here for D on the A string. And to explain this a little bit more, because they are both the note D, but they are going to sound slightly different. Because just like when people talk or sing, there's some people that sing lower, and there's some people that can sing up higher or talk higher. So they're picking a register that's comfortable for their voice and comfortable for them to sing in. These notes right here are technically the same note, but they're going to sound different. The D that's lower on the staff is going to sound lower, while the D that's higher up on the staff is going to sound higher, because the D on the A string is going to vibrate. The frequency is going to move a little bit faster, which is going to make it sound higher. And another smaller explanation as well is that these notes are 8 notes apart. So to remind you, we have D, this will be first finger E, F sharp second finger, third finger G, then we have A, first finger B, second finger C sharp, third finger D. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these notes are exactly 8 notes apart, making them an octave apart. Alright. And then just taking one final look. In class, if I were to ask you, where can we find the open A string on the staff, you would reply by telling me open A string is found above the fifth line of the staff. So it's found right above the fifth line of the staff. Remember, we're always counting from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right above that fifth line is the start of the open A string and the A string notes. Alrighty, thank you.